Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Week 11 picks on the Rob LaBarbera Show. We are coming off of an awful 4-9 week. Don't even know what the record is, didn't want to look at it, but nonetheless, we're rolling right into the Week 11 picks, but we have a little bit of a stipulation this week. With me is a Pampered Chef branded timer, a kitchen timer. And this timer will restrict me to 20 seconds per game here. That will give me enough time to state who is playing in the game, who will win the game, the score of the game, and an MVP, and possibly one or two other tidbits. We're going to jump right into it. It's a noisy timer. You'll know when it is. So we're going to start right now with the Steelers at the Browns. We're going to take the Steelers to win this one 24-20. That's about what each team is giving up on defense presently this season up to this point. Juju Smith-Schuster is my MVP. I think he goes off. He's building off of a week last week where he played very well. The defense for Pittsburgh has played better. I think they beat a good team on the road. Oh, gotta keep going. All right. Already going in 3, 2, 1, go. We got the Redskins and the Jets. I believe it is at the Redskins. It is. We are taking the Jets to win this one, building off of a performance last week against the Giants where they played very well on offense and on defense. I think that carries over. Sam Darnold is your game MVP. Jets by 7, 24-17. And we have 3 seconds to spare on that one. All right. Jaguars at the Colts. We're taking the Jaguars in this one, especially if Jacoby Brissett is still hurt. My MVP on this one will be Nick Foles as he returns from his injury. I believe the Jaguars will win this game 31-17. I think the wheels will fall off in the fourth quarter, and the Jaguars will get back to a winning form, kind of at the behest of Gardner Minshew. Alrighty, we have the Bills at the Dolphins. As always, we are never going to take the Dolphins, even though they won last week. We are going to take the Bills in a rebound game. My MVP for this game is actually going to be Devin Singletary. I think he's going to run all over the Dolphins, kind of like Marlon Mack didn't last week. I think Buffalo gets their offense going. They struggled last week against Cleveland. Alright, we got the Cowboys at the Lions. I'm going to take the Cowboys in this one, especially since Matthew Stafford is still hurt. He has fractured bones in his back. MVP of this game will be Ezekiel Elliott. It could also be Dak Prescott, but we're going to take Ezekiel Elliott. Could be any of the three triplets, honestly. Give me the Cowboys 35-24. Alrighty, we have the Texans at the Ravens. We're going to take the Ravens with an MVP of Lamar Jackson. Of course, he is in the running for league MVP at this point. We're going to do it by a score of 29-20. I think Houston has a very, very good team, but their defense will let them down here. Baltimore is revolutionizing the NFL with their offense and what they're allowing Lamar Jackson to do. This is fun, guys. Falcons at the Panthers. We're going to take the Panthers to win this game with a game MVP of Christian McCaffrey by a score of 31-21. The Falcons still can't beat anything, but they always have that one game a year where they kind of sneak up on someone. They did that to the Saints last week. They don't do it this week. Panthers roll the victory by 10. I'm getting better at timing it now. All right, Saints at the Buccaneers. We're going to take the Saints in this one in a rebound game. Pretty much the same explanation as the Falcons game. We're going to go by a score of 42-35, though. Think week 1 of last year where it was just a complete shootout. But I think Drew Brees and Alvin Kamara get the better in this shootout and win by a sizable margin there. Broncos at the Vikings. We're going to take the Vikings. The defense of the Vikings played as well as they could last week against the number 1 offense in the NFL. Now they're playing a lesser offense, coming off of a bye week and a good performance against Cleveland, but Minnesota is much better than Cleveland. I think that Minnesota rolls to victory, and we have a game MVP of Dalvin Cook. Even though Denver has a very good rushing defense, Dalvin Cook is the heartbeat of that team. Cardinals at the 49ers. We're going to take the 49ers to win this game coming off of a loss against the Seahawks. I'm going to take Tevin Coleman as my game MVP here. And I think the 49ers win this game 35-21. I think they win pretty handily. Arizona's going to kind of go through a little bit of a downward spiral. Patriots and the Eagles. We're going to take the Patriots in this game. As always, I rarely pick against the Patriots. Game MVP of Devin McCourty. I think the defense wins them this game like they've won a couple of games for him this week. No hate against the Eagles. I just think the Patriots are the best team in the league right now at this point. No hate to you guys at all. You guys are playing really well on the upswing. Bengals at the Raiders. We're going to take the Raiders in this one. I think the Bengals might actually go 0-16 this year. Josh Jacobs as an MVP in this one. He has been tearing it up, but Derek Carr has as well. I'm starting to turn around on the Raiders. They're actually a very, very good football team. Let's do it by a score of 28-21, keeping it a little bit closer. Cincinnati will win again eventually, possibly, but who knows. Okay, we got the Bears at the Rams. Sunday Night Football. I'm going to take the Rams in a rebound game. MVP of Jared Goff. This is not in Chicago. It's not cold. I think Sean McVay will finally start making some adjustments for his team. The Bears did a good job beating a shorthanded Detroit team, but the Rams are a much better team, and they're mad because they just lost a winnable game to the Steelers. They win by 7, 21-14. Chiefs at the Chargers, Monday Night Football in Mexico City. Let's take the Chiefs in also a rebound game. Patrick Mahomes, easily the game MVP. He's going to throw at least 4 touchdowns in this game. Not to say that the Chargers are a bad team. They're just not as good as the Chiefs. And I think that the Chiefs defense steps up a little bit more so than they did last week for sure. And Patrick Mahomes comes back out and throws those 4 touchdowns. I'm going to give you a score because I have a little bit of time at the end here. Let's go 38-30. And those are our picks, our rapid fire picks. If I missed any scores, they'll be up on the screen. I just needed to get through all these games quickly, but we're going through the lightning round. The record will be over here. Twitter will be over here. And as you can see on my wall, I put up one more piece of Cleveland thing. If they keep winning, I'll keep putting up more gear, but until then, not so much. And, oh, what is this? This is a Bray Wyatt collector box. For those of you who don't know who Bray Wyatt is, he is a WWE superstar, and Survivor Series is fast approaching. We will be doing a predictions video for Survivor Series here on the Rob LaBarber Show, so stay tuned for that as well, and I hope you all have a great week. See you soon.